And we're
back.
That was great, Sharifa. That was so good. You gotta say no way, Jose.
No way, Jose. Not at all. Not at all. God, you kill me with that.
It's my favorite thing to do.
I like it too.
I know that on YouTube you know who's singing, but if you're not watching our YouTube, then you're missing out. Hey, so third episode in our new Boomerang. Why?
And why was I ready?
I know. Do we already?
Ready. Nope. We've never practiced that.
Okay. So the song We Ready for all you UGA people.
UGA?
I think UGA is where they tried to say that originated there, but I just remember it was a Pastor Troy song.
Yeah.
But someone was telling me, and if you've gone to UGA or if you were a fan of University of Georgia, you can clarify, but they were saying that, and then Pastor Troy turned it into a song.
All right, now history.
Now, I don't know about Southern history. Okay. Can't tell you, but Pastor Troy started rapping around the time I moved to Atlanta, so I don't know about what happened before that.
I don't know. I have not heard this Black History fact.
Ain't no more playing GA.
Before.
But could that be West Georgia too?
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
U-G.
Oh, so no, it couldn't. Nope.
It.
Nope. So, hey.
I love the Black History Spotlight that you just did, though. And please shout us out. Hit us up on IG if you have the true facts about this Pastor Troy. If you're listening.
Right. Who he probably is. He seems to be every single place in Atlanta. So I'm sure that there's an Atlanta tag on this and he's listening.
If you want to give us the facts of your song that every athlete loves, because it definitely gets us ready.
Yeah, we ready
to compete. Please feel free to hit us up on IG. That is the Sweet Tea and Sunshine Podcast, and we can figure this out.
We can.
It's a mystery.
Thanks.
Or if you were there when Pastor Troy was there, and you saw him like, hey. I like that.
Oh. I believe he's from your area. Like the Palmetto, Noonan, LaGrange.
I can believe it. Cam Newton is. From the
I know you're not bringing up Cam Newton, my most loathed athlete of all times. Listen, y'all, if you are a true and blue follower, you know how I feel about Cam.
Okay, so since we're there, dang it.
What?
I don't know. I feel bad for him. Like something else is happening.
I mean, until you do right by us, women's.
We got to bring in Celie.
I mean, he knew when he was saying females.
That gosh, so many references to our past.
I literally, anytime I hear females, I have to say it like that. And people who know it, know that, they laugh so hard because they're like, can you not say females? So anyways, we digress so much.
So hard. And you did it.
We have boomeranged into our marriage podcast.
We just gave you a little bit of a flashback of a friend fix, and it's okay.
Yeah, friend
because
fix.
Because everyone needs a little laughter. We did not become married to not laugh anymore. And that's kind of our point.
No, married, not dead.
Right. That's kind of our point of the podcast. Like, you can be married and still have a personality.
Why am I clasping my hands like this? This is very...
You were, I don't know, I don't know what all that gripping was. But you can be married and still have fun with your friends and still like your husband
right.
or wife, and you can still be a whole human.
Absolutely.
So
let's get into lovers and friends.
Go ahead and get into it.
Yeah, because we have some things to talk about. So
I always use the hashtag wifey, right? And I don't know, I liked them ever since way back when Blackstreet said, is that Blackstreet? Can I be your wifey? Mm-hmm. Yes, you'll be my wife.
Now we gotta be careful about the words we use. We gotta change up words now that we're on YouTube, because they be turning off people's comments and stuff. Did you know that?
Girl, that is for a pause moment. We can't go.
We can say it like they literally. You can't be saying words.
I can't say wifey.
You can't sing it You have to say.
I didn't really sing it full voice.
You can say "miss me with your wifey." Like you have to change the words up, because otherwise they will call you out and be like, "eh," because we're famous.
Okay,
that's why.
So you guys remember the Blackstreet song "Wifey"? Mm-hmm. I truly used to like it. I was not
back in 90
something
5-ish 60.
Yeah, I was like 10. Let's be clear.
Of course,
maybe 11.
Back in the day when you were a baby.
Yeah, but like I remember hearing that tune and liking that song, and you got the cute shirts that say "Wifey."
Yep.
And I mean, a lot of people reference themselves as wifey. Mm-hmm. So I definitely use the hashtag wifey on our IG. But you were like, I hate wifey. And I was like, oh.
I'm a hater. I mean, like, clearly there are things about words mean more to me than other people, apparently, because I have beef with certain uses.
You do.
And the way, and that's just kind of how I've always been. I don't know why I was blessed in this way. Okay, so I feel like the term wifey is cute. Mm-hmm. If you're married.
Yeah.
And I think that since that song, which was fine, it was cute. Will you be my wifey? Not you are my wifey, right? So it's like, I want you to be my wife. At some point, we're going to get married. Like, will you be? So that's a planning of a future that's going to happen. I feel like some of these people since then have named themselves wifey, or named their girlfriend or their friend or whoever wifey without a ring. And so I kind of just feel like,
stop that. Save
that. And so now I don't even want my husband to call me a wifey, because I feel like he would be referring to me as like a girlfriend, or like not a real live wife, like a fake wife.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Okay.
But I mean, it's cute. Hubby. I mean, I don't take away from the word hubby, because I feel like it never was used.
Yeah, it wasn't
outside of the marriage.
So I do know what you mean. When I was in high school administrator, like even the kids, like teenagers, like, oh, that wifey right there. Mm-hmm. They say bae, but I think they do bae and wifey kind of interchangeably. I think they definitely use both.
Yeah.
And they're not married. So I understand we need a little bit of a little more respect.
There needs to be a separation.
Put some respect on it.
Because you clearly are married in order to be a wife. So how are you going to turn it into wifey and now you don't got to be married? Like, I don't.
And I have seen like people with quotes and they're like,
it's like buying the cow.
Cow without, yes. Buying the milk,
and
drinking the milk.
Nothing wrong with it at all. If you and your spouse or friend or what is that? If it's not a spouse and your boyfriend, girlfriend, if you are in a relationship with someone for a long period of time, use a different word. Like
what word?
My longy, timey girlfriend. Me love you long time. I don't know, but like I feel like certain terms should be preserved for like, and I know like taking it way too serious. Like it's not that big of a deal. And if someone were to run up to me and say, hey, I call myself wifey and now, you're mad at me. Like, I'm not. I don't care. It's not that big of a deal. But I don't think that I would ever wear a shirt that said wifey, or I would never, like, tag myself as wifey because of that. But I would have if people didn't take that word and try to use it as not what it is.
So I'm going to stop using the hashtag wifey because I feel that...
Can you hashtag wife?
I think I do.
So what would be the difference then?
I try to use all the hashtags.
I know it. So what would be the difference between hashtag wifey and hashtag wife?
Some people, I think, if they're using wifey, they think it's cuter.
Cutesy, yeah. I agree. More hip, more lit. Yeah. So, but I also could use bae.
Yeah.
And I feel like that would be fine for married, not married, whatever, because that would still be a term of endearment that doesn't apply to a title or a actual act.
And it is definitely one way. It definitely is not in reference to the hubby. Like that doesn't. But I wonder if some little young non-married people or old non-married people are saying, referencing their guy as hubby. I don't hear it though. I don't hear it as often. Do you know, audience? Do you know someone who calls their long-term boyfriend or even somebody young, like some of these,
teen
or college students, whatever?
I don't think so.
I don't, but if you know somebody, let us know because maybe we are just in our own bubble.
Right.
And maybe some people do that.
Yeah. And so for me also, I feel like the whole idea of marriage, sometimes it's thrown around a little too loosely. At work. When people say like, that's my work wife or my work husband, I'm like that. I don't feel comfortable with that situation. And it's not because of insecurity by any means. It's like there's a certain place for marriage and I take that very seriously. So you ain't got no space to have two wives. You don't have no space. Now, if that's what you're into, that's a whole different thing. But if you're fake having a wife at work and fake having a wife at home, who is your wife for real? Like,
see, if you're watching our YouTube channel right now, you will see that Keisha's big bright smile has completely disappeared. I take this so seriously.
You do
like,
too.
I don't like it.
There's just too much room for misinterpretation.
I agree.
And misunderstanding with that.
I agree. And where's the line drawn? I just don't, I'm not comfortable with it at all. And like you said, it's just a respect thing for me. It's just like, okay, I have that title. I'm working real hard over here, picking up drawers and putting dirty laundry, going to picking up dry cleaners. Like, no.
Right.
No. Just because she, I don't know.
Okay, so the idea from mine,
I was gonna say what all is happening at work that she's doing for you that you think that this is wifey. Giving you coffee, like I don't understand.
I have a feeling, and I feel like I've seen this, and there's men that actually do call upon women to do these things for them, and especially in my workplace, they feel like don't know how to do whatever, and then those women that will jump at that to like make sure you check your emails, make sure you make it to the meetings, make sure. So it's like a secretary to me doing the job for. I'll decorate your board. I'll set up your grade book.
That was my only example that I've experienced as an educator was the whole the helplessness. And then my work wife got it. And like literally, they had their own wife. And I'm just
but then it's like your work husband. What is he doing for you? Because if the job is to do his board or set up his grade book, what can he do for you at your workplace?
The work husband is doing the heavy lifting.
They're moving things, kill the bugs,
fixing the computer,
grab the bad kids out your class.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry, miss me. Miss me. And I worked 3 years straight with another dude, and I not once would have thought work husband. Sorry, have a husband.
Yeah, I haven't.
And I doubt, he's not married, but I doubt he was making me work girlfriend, wifey. Or whatever. Nope.
And honestly, when I did need things that a work husband's job description might entail, my real husband just came up to the school and did it for me.
Or just get kids.
Right.
Like, you, kill that bug. Help me move this stuff. Like, it's students that can do that. I don't need to call a grown man.
Chime in. What do y'all think? Wives and husbands out there, please hit us up on IG and let us know what you think about the work wife and husband situation. Because
do you think it's a gateway into
I feel like it might be. It could be
an open window.
Could be the gateway drug.
Like, if someone's like has that spirit in them of lust, you know, they could smell some male energy and all of a sudden be like, oh, I'm so attracted. I couldn't help myself. Mm-hmm. And he's my husband. I mean, my work husband. Like, who knows what's going on in people's heads, and vice versa with men. You know, men have issues with lust and misunderstanding cues and all that stuff too. So let's just keep it clear.
I know.
Let's just make it crystal clear.
Yeah, y'all.
I think the next episode, there's a topic that I want to talk about too in that area. Okay. But just remind me about it later.
Oh, Lord.
So that was fun. Lovers and friends. And that was, you know, just some advice. If your husband or wife is over here talking about work husband and wife, you don't got to get in an uproar about it. But let's just clarify what that role is. And let's make sure that we don't use the term husband and wife. That's just a person, a coworker who is helping you.
Right.
Like, it's not, I don't think it needs to be, once again, the term needs to only apply to the actual act of marriage.
I agree. I mean, the thing is, covenant marriage is so serious.
Yeah.
And, we are supposed to be an example. We're supposed to, the wives are supposed to be treated like Christ treated the church. Like, it is so many levels of responsibility beyond your household.
Yeah.
As a married couple. So, I don't agree with, old folks who say, don't tempt the devil. So,
and also it looks bad. Like, for people who are married, people who aren't married are watching you and seeing like, oh, how should you behave as a married person?
That's right.
And so if it's like anything questionable, even if it's not legit, you know, entertaining any comments and all that kind of stuff at work could give the wrong example to an impressionable person who thinks that that's okay in a marriage. So it's kind of perpetuating some of the bad or inappropriate behaviors in a marriage. And then here we go. We got to go on a retreat and people coming with these issues where it's like it really could have been squashed if you understood that this is not how you're supposed to be when you're married.
And it is about setting standards and setting boundaries. And a lot of times people feel like boundaries mean controlling, but it's not. It's just, okay. I was listening to a presenter and it had nothing to do with marriage, but she loves, like she's like us. She just loves marriage. So she was just talking about, because the workshop was basically on building relationships. Clearly marriage is a relationship. Right, so she was mentioning that she and her husband have a rule of never traveling with the opposite sex without an additional person in the car. Like if they're going to lunch or going to something. And I was like, I've never thought about that.
Have you ever done that before?
Ridden like to lunch or like traveling with someone of the opposite sex?
I don't think I have. Not without a group.
Right.
It's never been just me and you traveling together. But I could see how that would happen in certain situations.
Yeah. My husband's boss is a lady.
What are you going to say?
Faith. And they go to business meetings and I mean,
that might be a little unavoidable depending on your circumstance.
Right.
But the whole extracurricular, like, let's go have drinks down here.
No. Well, you already know how I feel about that.
Right. So that's just like, I think it's worth a conversation. And not, like I said, we're going to remove any, like, inklings of insecurity because that will open a whole nother... You wouldn't even need to have that conversation if you were insecure. It would already have come out. Right. So, like... This is the mature version of just addressing things and making sure that,
you're protecting your
bubble.
Marriage. Mm-hmm. Like, that's all it is.
Yep. So,
I love that. We did good.
I know. That was really good. So, happy wife.
Happy wife, happy life. And happy hubby, too. We love, like, throwing that in. The husbands should be happy, too. If your husband's not happy, then...
Happy spouse, happy house.
Oh,
I got that from somewhere on Facebook.
I love that.
I think it was the Marriage Club or, one of them things. But it was cute. I was like, okay, yes. Happy spouse, happy house. And happy wife, happy life. For real, because we're women, so we're talking about ourselves right now. A couple weeks ago, maybe even a while ago, we have been meaning to talk about this, and we've been saving it because we hadn't really talked about it in detail because we were like, no, let's save it for the podcast. So, our girl, Cutie Pie, America's sweetheart, Aisha Curry, was on Red Table Talk, I think it was, and had mentioned amongst her sister-in-law, mother, and Jada and company, that she felt like she wanted to be flirted with, or she wanted people to notice her flyness, and that she appreciates. What is she? I forget the vein of it. I mean, I know the big idea because the fallout was real big from it, but I think she was just trying to say, like, because her husband is such a
powerful, well-known, popular,
she feels like
celebrity,
a slice of liver on the side or whatever. Like, people, like, she feels like sometimes his shadow is cast over her.
So people guys don't ever step to her or compliment her or say anything because,
they know who she is.
That's everybody's boy, like, in their head.
And that's like a certain level of respect too. It's kind of cool and cute.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I had that problem.
Tee-hee. What problem are you speaking of?
I can't get out of Kroger without someone proposing to me.
Something.
Was that something bougie? Did I just say?
Shut up.
No, what I'm saying is, people who... I don't know. I guess if people knew who my husband was, they probably wouldn't try to talk to me. But the fact that everybody knows who her husband is, it stops everybody
in the whole world
from trying to talk to her. So it's not like people don't know who she is.
But trying to talk to or just getting compliments? And because when I first heard the story, because me and my husband had a whole conversation about it, and he was just like, "That's crazy, man. She don't feel like she's attractive or people want her because nobody compliments her." And I was like,
I think that was what people were trying to say too.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't think that's what she's saying. I was like, I think it really just boils down to like some type of attention and sometimes husbands accidentally take for granted all the work that their wife might be putting into looking beautiful for their spouse. So I kind of took it from that angle. I was like, well, if he's not giving her attention or, you know, just like, babe, yeah, you look good, like, and just like kind of going on about it, then she's like, oh, I'm out here at these games looking all cute, and ain't nobody,
not even my husband,
right? So,
I don't know. Okay, so is it enough to get attention from your husband? Like, do you think that she was needing more beyond her husband, or do you think it was a cry for her husband to actually pay a little more attention to her? Because that's two different things.
It is two different things.
So is it like, I'm thirsty for DMs? Because that's what they were like. Her DMs are probably blowing up after this show. Like, well, all you had to do was say you wanted these pictures or whatever. But if that is the case, then that is an insecurity thing.
Right.
But,
so when I initially heard it, I thought it was that maybe that Stefan, what's his name? Stefan? Mm-hmm. Not Stefan. I don't went all the way back.
Stefan Urkel?
Oh boy, from Georgia Tech in the 90s. Okay.
Stefan Marbury? Oh my gosh. Well, you were only 2 in the 90s. How?
Girl, I loved basketball at an early age. So the fact that you knew who I was talking about, that made my heart so happy.
Why? Why did I know?
Because we like sports. So it was beautiful. So when I initially heard that, that's the perspective from which I came. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, he needs to start complimenting her more so that she doesn't feel like she needs a compliment from somebody else. That's the first. Right. That was my first impression. What was yours?
I felt sorry for her. I was like, oh, like nobody sees her. Or like I felt like it was coming from a place of like she was crying out for someone, him first, probably, to pay more attention to if she's fly, if she's not. I think that she was like had some babies, or you know, they keep having babies, so I don't know. So I mean, that's a real.
Every woman that's had a baby understands that insecure, awkward, unsure,
unsure of your body,
unsure of your body, unsure of your style, unsure of how you supposed to act as a mama with 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, does it change with every kid?
Right, and then some men, I think, start to think of the wife as a mom
instead of a blonde bum shit.
Right, and a fly, sexy, whatever.
Cinnamon.
Yes. Sienna, copper tone. But yeah, I think that I hope, this was my hope and prayer for them, was that it was a wake-up call to him to be like, oh, snap, I do need to be intentional about, you know, making her feel like she's wanted, like she's loved, like she's sexy, like she's fly, like she could get it, or whatever it is, because, you know, and I too.
I was just about, you took I too all the way out my mouth. I was about to say, and I too have experienced this.
Yeah, and sometimes I will be like to him, don't I look cute? Like, come on now.
Fishing.
Hey, don't you see this?
Right.
But I don't, and so, you know, you get that.
And I do this one. You like my hair? You like my hair? Do you like it? And he's like, do you like it? And he's real, my husband is real bad about check your own feelings. Like, do you like it? Because he doesn't want me to like something based on him. Now, and usually if I feel good and I like it, he is lifting me up after. He's like, yes. But I think that makes me more attractive to him when I'm over here just rocking it all hard. Right.
Without his approval or without his. But I mean, I definitely feel like
my husband's a weird one.
I think most men probably feel like that.
Really?
I think so, because they don't want to put forth the effort to be extra words, extra height, extra, you know.
Or pressure
to make
I got to be so complicated.
Yeah, I think it's easier if you have a woman with confidence. They don't want a woman that's
that's true.
Do I look good? You know you look good.
But when we got our hair color changed, which we'll talk about later on, I mean, in a minute in this segment.
Like now.
No, because we got to talk about I Too, how I felt like her.
Yes.
But, so we'll wait. I'll wait on the color part. Mm-hmm. But I Too have experienced Aisha's feeling of being untouchable or unapproachable because of things. What? What is it?
Are you going to talk about... Are you talking about how you live your life like superstar? Are we going to talk about that?
In my bougie car?
In your fancy car. So she's...
Okay, so if you know me for real...
They don't, but they about to.
You know I am not truly a car person.
She has no idea that she drives a luxury car. She has no idea what the name, what the number, what the letter, whatever. But her husband keeps her in a luxury car.
And he likes them.
And she trashes them. Ungrateful.
I tried so hard.
Kidding.
I'm trying hard. No, you're not kidding.
I'm like, but this car has some McDonald's in the bag. Not McDonald's. Y'all eat that.
Chick-fil-A.
These has Chick-fil-A bags all in the back seat. But
bags and little sauce cups.
But it's cool. I love it. I love the fact that you really don't know or care about the car you drive.
I have definitely tried to do better, though, because we just got to do better and taking care of stuff. Like, I even had to give my babies a pep talk. I'm like, listen, we can't do this. But it's not a matter of, ooh, we drive this. It's a matter of we have to be good stewards over what God has blessed us with.
Exactly.
Point blank, period.
Right.
So
she drives bougie cars.
And so...
And what happens when you drive the high-end luxury...
Nobody approaches
Italian...
Shut up. No, I have not been hit on.
So you feel like Aisha Curry?
Yes.
When you drive
I feel like my husband puts me up in these cars I don't know nothing about.
Because he probably knows the power.
To keep people away from me. And I didn't understand his evil plan until hit the deer.
Until that one morning where...
So my first day driving my Enterprise rental... Like in a day's period, I was hit on like 3 times in like a 8-hour span.
So this rental was like a crossover, right?
It was a crossover,
like a soccer mama-ish,
carpool
lane,
looking like a MILF.
Yes. So was it? I mean, okay. So if you drive the bougie car, then people are probably like, oh man,
I don't know what they
like. Maybe like. Either her husband is someone important, or she make too much money. I can't measure up.
Right. So like Aisha.
Yeah.
Like that's the first time I really related to.
Maybe that's why people are always trying to get married to me, because I never drive a luxury car. Ding, 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 ding. Ladies. Relationship advice. Don't be trying to get the fanciest of the fancy. The man needs to know.
People don't feel like you untouchable.
Yes. You got to get something that's
where they can
sensible.
And then they can upgrade you.
To make them think that they can. You already are upgraded, but they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Men and their egos.
That's what it is.
It's an ego thing.
It is. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, gas station... Walked all the way up to the car, flagging me that, hey, Miss A. And I'm like,
huh?
Oh, what is this? This ain't happened in a while. What is it you need, son? Baby, it's my tie flat. What is it? What you running over here for?
Oh, such a Southern lady.
Oh my gosh. Your husband hates when I clap and laugh. Sorry.
It's okay. Listening. We have a cool mic. It should help it.
Okay. Mm. So anyway, it was so funny because I came and talked to Sharifa about it. And I'm like, I know how Aisha feels now. Like, I've experienced it. She feels like she is unapproachable because of who her husband is.
Because of the luxurious life that she lives.
Right. Just great.
So, but you didn't feel any better or worse Or did it make your day that he ran across the gas station? Was it like, uh-oh?
No. I was like, oh, Lord, I gotta start being like, I'm married. Like, I feel like I was going back into those days when, like, older guys used to try to talk to me, and I'm like, I ain't number 15. You 21. Like, I felt like I went back to that traumatic stage of, oh, don't talk to me.
Right.
It was just weird. I was just like, he was like, excuse me, miss, I just need to ask you if you were married. I'm like, yep, sure am. You know, so
I wonder if they just think like that. I don't know.
It was definitely a contrast. Though.
We're on to something here.
I think
we really are. We will follow up because when I get my luxury car, I'm going to see if I am getting proposed to.
If people stop approaching you,
then I may feel like, I don't know.
You're going to feel like me and Aisha.
I think we should just swap cars for like a week and then we'll figure it out.
Okay. Experiment.
I'm sure in my crossover soccer basketball mom truck, you will get all of the approach.
I don't want any more. That was enough. I was like,
stop it. Get me back into the life of luxury.
These off every day.
No, it's such a tough life.
All these stranger danger.
No.
You just don't ever know for real.
And there's men, and you know, and this is kind of a side note, but it's a little bit. But like, men are not chased away by kids like they used to be. I think the older people get, like, the more it's just people are gonna have kids. Single women would have kids because, you know, my kids were left in the car and the man approached them. Where your mama? Where she look? I was like, don't talk to my. She's in the store. She'll be right back.
Who's your mama? Where your mama?
I'm like, was he trying to make sure y'all were secure? And then they were like, no, they asked, where's your dad? I was like, they're trying to kill you, take you away. Like, stop talking to strangers. But he was literally like, oh, talk to your kids. Saw you going to the store. I was like, no. Oh, the dad is out of town and we are here.
See, that's what I'm talking about. These strangers stepping up. It didn't make me excited. I was
just
like,
that's scary.
Please don't follow me.
Like, that's
girl,
stalker.
So this is what I want to say to Aisha. Girl, you don't want that. Be secure in the fact that folks are scared to approach you. That is security. That's safety. Mm-hmm. Okay, girl, you are. I tell you so pretty. Mm-hmm. And fly, and respectful, and classy. Mm-hmm. Like, you're the bomb.
Yeah, cute.
And sometimes we have to say that to each other, too.
And that, too. And then also, like, you know, looking for outside, what is that thing? Gosh, what's that word?
Acknowledge. Can you give me some, like, taboo?
Like to make you feel better. Make you feel like you think you need outside approval. It's not approval. But anyways, by searching for external validation, ding, ding, ding. Searching for external validation is not really where you're going to find what you need anyway. It really is inside, and it really is through the grace of God and how he sees you. Because once you can figure out how God sees you and you understand that, then that whole identity and who you are, you don't have to look anywhere else. Not even from your husband. So
that is so true.
Amen for freedom.
I like that. Amen.
Okay, so speaking about husbands and hair color, you and I were sitting under the hairdryer at the same exact.
We really need to post those pictures.
Oh, but they were horrible.
They were. People like that.
We look the worst. And, okay, so mine set up the appointment for me because I was like complaining. He always has to because I'm like, I'm never going to just, I have issues. Natural hair women, hear me out. You know how we are. We think we know our own hair. And it is kind of a university that you go to when you go natural. So you know what you like, you know what you want. It takes so much to actually trust someone can do something to, and I know it's not just a natural hair thing.
I am natural. I just get my hair straightened.
I know. But I don't think you've gone through the university.
Girl, I tried, but I couldn't keep up, honey. They kicked me out. They kicked me out of that school,
YouTube University.
They kicked me out. I was like, so many things. I can't be going to get all these products.
It's a lot. It's a lot going on. But after you've gone through that, you're like, okay, I know it works. I know it doesn't. I know. So it's a lot of the times this time when I went to this specialist, it was definitely an exchange of information. Like, okay, this is what I know. And she was like, okay, so if you tried this, this, and this, then I'll get this. It's like this. So it made me feel more comfortable knowing that she knew the products that she was familiar with the products I've used. She had graduated. And a lot of natural hairstylists have gone, that's how they learn. Because at the beauty school, they don't have natural hair. So I had to interview her on that too. She was like, she only wanted to do natural hair. So anytime any woman with natural hair came in, she would like be first on the list to do their hair. She didn't want to do like any perm. She didn't want to do really any naturally straight hair because she was like, I've been trained in that, but I need to practice in this other kind of hair.
All right, whatever.
So I'm
just kidding. That's good.
That's her niche.
Yeah,
and
that's
she
good.
was like, she told me that they did make her do a Jerry curl one time. And I was like, girl, tell me about it. I did not know. Sorry, y'all. I did not know the process of the Jerry curl.
I don't.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Like, I'm over here, eyes bugged wide open.
When she told me, like, the process, it's like straight like a perm kind of, and then you put those rods in, and then you put, like, some more stuff on there so that it stays curly. Then you spray it down with the juice, and then you take them out, and then you fluff it up or something. And I was like, huh? So I asked her what was more damaging, a perm or a Jerry curl. And she was like, it's equally just as damaging because you're using like the same amount of chemical.
Wow.
I was like, huh?
That is so amazing.
And who knew? I was like, girl, okay. Please tell me about it. She was very knowledgeable.
That's cool. So she passed her test.
She did until... She had ideas. Okay, I had ideas as well. I wanted blonde up here and darker red around here. And so when I came...
Your nailed it picture was amazing.
Yes. So when I didn't want to look and all that stuff. The length was fine. Like I definitely wanted to cut enough, a lot. Not a problem. But I was really looking for the blonde. And like I can see some in there. But the blonde really is it's very close to my own natural hair color. And then she put red or copper highlights. But this is a different color, copper, than under here. Which I was like, it all looks the same to me. So over some days, I've seen some differences. But overall, I like the color. It was not what I thought. Even though she did clarify, she said, I am not going to do blonde up here. I'm going to do blonde highlights. I'm not going to do straight blonde. She's like, I don't think your hair is going to be able to take it. I said, okay, that's fine. She's like, this round we'll do highlights. We'll see how it goes. And then the next time.
The rounds, child. Didn't nobody tell me about all the rounds.
Yes. So yours.
I went through so many rounds. I didn't understand. So... if you follow us, you will see that 2019 has done something to me with hair color. I just have literally tried the rainbow this year.
I like the rose gold. That was
one of my favorites. And I love it. I love the switch up, and it does not do me any good that my husband is like, rah, kick him in the knee, go get it. Like, yes, do it. And I'm just like, dang, like, and it's so funny because even my dad, a Southern Baptist preacher who was very traditional, super strict on us, like, I couldn't even, y'all, true confessions. As a kid, I couldn't even get as a teenager, I couldn't even get my sideburns like shaped up because I was super hairy. Like, so he was like, no, you gotta leave it. Like, and I'm like, what the word? So Daddy was super strict on some crazy stuff as it pertained to hair when I was a little girl. But when I got purple, I had purple hair, y'all. My daddy literally was like, and I went back to like regular color. He was like, purple's more you. And I was like, huh? He was like, it fits your personality more and who you are. And I was like, whoa. So that was, first of all, like, mind blowing.
Right.
And he never did my mama like that. Mama always kept her hair whatever.
Said she kept it
spicy. And he never, ever, I've never, but it's by his daughters. He was like, not playing that. So, my husband is also equally, like I said, supportive of any of these switch ups. Like, and just like your husband, he pushed you, pushed you in the back to go out and get it done. And
so, because he was tired of hearing me say, I'm tired of looking like, I'm tired of this color. I'm tired of it. But I did not like it when I got home.
Right.
And
I didn't love mine either.
You saw it before he did, because we were going back and forth, kind of like.
We were both very nervous under the dryer. Like, I was like, do you see anything yet on your head? And I'm like, I don't know what's happening over here.
Yeah.
But you know, to tie back to Happy Wife, like, switching it up sometimes is appropriate. Like, you do have to. That does make you happy to switch it up and get something fresh.
Absolutely.
But you do have to overcome this little
scary
feeling.
It wasn't what I
imagined or
wanted. And so that was in my own head. But that was probably the only time where he's like, I like it. Because I told you he never says what he only says what he doesn't like. He never really says, this is my favorite. This is what I really like.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I don't like a weave and I don't like your hair straight. Like, he does not like it. He said, it feels like he's sleeping with somebody that's not me.
I immediately started laughing. I don't know why.
Like, whatever. So I was like, okay, he really did. He was hyping me up more, because I was really like, don't know what to do, but not happy, don't like it, nope. And he's like, I like it a lot. Like, he was really going in, and I don't know if he felt like he just needed to do that because he had prompted me to go get this job.
Oh, gotcha.
Or, I mean, and I really do like it too, and he still continues to say that he likes it. So I do feel like he did, but I'm wondering now if I needed to hear that like Aisha does. Like, did I need for him to be like, I really like it? I probably did.
Well, okay, you did. And let's just be honest. I did too. When I came home, I sent you the picture first too.
Yeah.
I was very scared. I didn't love it. I was just like, what the heck? Again, I had gone through so many, like, this was 2 weeks worth of processes to get this blonde in this head. And I was just like, I went through all that and I don't even like it. So TikTok, a couple of days go by, and it wasn't until, because he refused to really comment on it, because he wanted me to get my head wrapped around it and my confidence up about it myself, because he never wants me to, like we said earlier, to have to get validated by him.
Right.
But I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't until on Sunday we were getting ready to go to church. I had my makeup on and I was like getting ready, had clothes on for real. Because like the last couple of days, the 2 days between that, we had not really been going anywhere, just hanging out around the house. And he came in from getting ready and he was like, dang, I always wanted me an old brown Barbie.
Oh.
So I was like, I'm a doll. So guess what? I felt so pretty and so cute, and you know, you walk a little bit straighter. Like, yeah, I got it.
I mean, because you always know, like, regardless, neither of us are our hair. So it's like, okay, I could slap some lipstick on, put some makeup, and still the face would be coming through.
Don't let me get this red lip on.
Not a big, not a big. You just wait. Like, and I even was like, I know I went to YouTube University for natural hair. Like, I know what to do with it, but I still felt like, because I mean, that's for us. That's not cheap. A hair dye. I was like, what?
I was.
It's like, this ain't no henna treatment.
Weeping.
I was like, man, oh man. Okay, sis. Like,
not man, oh man.
Man, oh man. So I really was like, dang, did I just like spend all this money for something I don't like? I didn't want to be ungrateful. The same way. And the way he did it too was like, let me drop this in your cash. Like, it was a big, I think it was kind of like a gesture, more of a gesture for him. And I didn't want him to be like mad because I was mad about it too.
Right.
So whatever. Like, I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
It's very cute.
Yeah. I like the cut especially. I feel very free with it. And
I like it. I feel free with my hair too now. Mm-hmm. And it's almost, okay, this is not about being a wife anymore right now, but it's almost a thing for my kids at school now. Oh. Like, it's so cute. They kind of look forward to seeing me on Monday to see. Like, they'll be asking Thursday, Friday, Miss Mitchell, what are you going to do your hair this time? What are you going to do? And it's so, but it's cute because they're little.
Yeah, because you ruin it for those people who are like, now what you going to do? And then you're like, this is it. Nope, this is it. I've arrived. What you going to do with that? Wear it?
You're so wrong. But, you know, I do love our husbands for, pushing us and supporting us.
Yeah, I wonder though, like, have you ever had something he didn't like?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like, I wonder if it was
you talking about these colors?
Yeah, like if it was so ugly, like would they tell the truth and be like,
mine would.
You gotta.
Mine would. And it wouldn't be like that.
Right. Like, I don't even know what that would feel or sound like if it was like,
For him, I think it would be like, so, when you gonna give me a new color? Pulling out.
Encouraging the next step.
Right. How long you gonna keep that, babe? Something like that.
Yeah, I think that. I feel like for mine, it would be the same. Because I always tell him, like, if I gain too much weight, like, what would you say? And he was like, I'll be like, let's go for a walk. Always solution-based.
So sweet.
Trying to find the answer to it.
That's sweet. Well, that was a great segment. I can't wait for our God Honors Marriage segment on our next episode. It's going to be amazing.
I know. Yeah. So that was quite
Lovers
a blast.
and friends.
Lovers and friends. We did a little happy wife, and then we'll meet y'all again for the next talk because we got some things to say.
Till next time.
If you're interested.
Oh, yeah. How did I forget this?
Yeah, we have to kind of shout ourselves out because nobody else will unless we do, right? Unless you want to, because that'd be great. In that note, if you like what you've heard and you know someone who would like to listen, or if you want to share it with your spouse and your significant other or your friends, just go ahead and subscribe to us and share our podcast. We definitely appreciate all of the support and we definitely want more. So if you can find us on Instagram at
Sweet Tea and Sunshine Podcast.
You can find us on Facebook, Sweet Tea and Sunshine. And then you can also find us on YouTube, Sweet Tea and Sunshine. So if you want to see what we look like, because we cute, you can go ahead and support us on YouTube, share it that way, and it still leads to the same place.
Yes. So also, it's not too late to register for our marriage retreat for 2020. We are going into 2020 with perfect vision from our last marriage retreat, which was very, very cool. If you don't know about it, please go to Eventbrite.
Yeah, you can look us up on Eventbrite, or you can go to Sweet Tea and Sunshine on Facebook, or Lovers and Friends Marriage Retreat on Facebook.
Yes, so please join us if you've been looking for a marriage retreat or have seen our pictures on Instagram and it's piqued your curiosity a little bit. Please explore it. I'm telling you, it is definitely life-changing. I'm not just saying that. I'm saying that from experience. It is definitely a safe environment where people get long-lasting relationships with other couples, and they strengthen their relationship with their spouses. So hit us up, and we hope to see you next year at one of our retreats.
Yeah. All right, that's it.